4, 3. Hello and welcome to Drawn Together on Politics Social with me, Graham Hughes, and Mike Dix. Hello, Mike. Hello. Drawn Together. Yeah? Could be good. Could be awful. You never know. You never know. Yeah. Yeah, that would help. That would help. So just to explain to everyone what the concept of this show is, we have an hour and Mike's got to draw a political cartoon based on the events of the week. It's been a lot going on. Have you got a Pat Bondi? Have you got a Bondi? You don't have a Bondi? True. Okay. Oh, we're not getting any sound from Mike. Okay. Just 1 second. Don't know why we're not getting any sound from Mike. I'm getting sound from Mike. Oh, just one of those things, isn't it? Technical things. Just as why, Mike, we shouldn't leave things to the last minute, you know? I keep saying.
Yeah, I'm sorry, mate. I'm really sorry. Like, every single time it's my fault that happens.
Yeah. Because you only send me the Zoom link to do these shows at like 3 minutes to the hour. And then it's like, if there's any technical problems, we're not going to know until everyone shouts at us in the chat, which is what they're doing now. So thanks everyone for letting me know that Mike
is it now working.
It's being seen but not heard. Yes, it is.
Mike is on mute. It still says the mic is muted. Mike is muted. That's better. Mike. Sarah Davis, thank you for the vote of confidence. Yeah, totally my fault. I normally leave it until 60 seconds before we go live. And then I send Graham a link to a Zoom call and say, hey, do you fancy doing this?
Yeah.
And he says, yeah, not really. And then I persuade him in the next 59 seconds.
Yeah.
And then we do it.
I need to get a better producer. Go on.
Or it's completely the other way around and you send me a link 59 seconds before we go live.
Yes. Yes, that's very true. Jenny wants to know if you've got a cartoon of Boutros Ghali, the former UN Secretary General.
Let me check. No.
No. Oh, dear. Sarah Davis says, that's better. There you go. You're all good. Thanks, now. Sarah. We're all good now.
Are you sure it's better when you can hear me, though?
It is.
Probably not.
Dulcet tones.
Probably not.
Right, let's go over to your other screen, which is this is cool. This is Mike's other screen, where he has his stage set up like a bowerbird in the jungles of Papua New Guinea. He set up his stage, and now he's going to do a mating display of creating a cartoon. So can we have some suggestions in the chat? My mum's in the chat. Oh, hello, mum. And Donkey Kong tilting at a Chinese windy miller.
Donkey Kong tilting at. Let me just check.
Trump. It'll be Trump.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's something to do with Trump, isn't it? I could. I figured that I could convert my Kamala Harris into a Pam Bondi fairly easily.
Yeah.
Which just the act of doing that would really annoy Pam Bondi, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would.
Like we could really get under her skin if we did that. So.
She's awful. She's like the most awful human.
I was just watching a podcast about it again as well.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't like to be lookist, but I don't think anybody's highlighted because I was looking at it today and thinking, shall I make a Pam Bondi? I can't be bothered to make a Pam Bondi. She's got
Mar-a-Lago face.
She has got Mar-a-Lago face, but the amount of makeup caked under her eyes, I think she's not getting any sleep whatsoever. She's got incredibly dark bags under her eyes at the moment, and she's not having work done. You know.
No, she's also like she's had work done.
She's had plenty of work done, but she's not having the eyes sorted. Look, there's my Kamala Harris. I reckon I could convert that into a Pam Bondi fairly easily.
Yeah, definitely.
Although, do we give her the Kamala pose?
Well, I was thinking of doing something with Keir Starmer tonight, depending on what suggestions we've got.
Not a bad idea.
He's had a terrible week. It turns out all his friends are friends of pedos. 2 degrees of separation from pedos. Can we get something out of that? Like instead of 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon, it's 2 degrees of Keir Starmer. And everyone's a pedo.
That's it. Like, I don't know what do we do with him, basically? What do we do about him? Because he's a parody of himself at the moment. He is the quiet grey man who's supposed to be, competent, supposed to be uncorruptible. And all this week, all we've seen is different levels of incompetence and corruption, basically. I mean, who's the guy that has been suggested as chief of staff today?
I don't know. Pam Bondi's 60 years old. She's 60.
She's looking good for that. I'll give you that.
She's a load of weight. She basically looks like Rachel McAdams in Mean Girls, like grown up. This is like basically Mean Girls. She just turned up with like a burn book, and said, "Yeah, but you voted to stop all of the immigrants coming, and I was going to make them come, and then you said it." Oh, she was, God. She was absolutely appalling.
I mean, all she did was, like, her preparation for it was a whole file of notes to slag off Democrats, basically. And I went back earlier this morning to look at, she kept bringing up the fact that nobody asked Merrick Garland.
Yes.
Right. And I kind of thought, I mean, it's a bloody good point, to be fair. And I thought one or two of the Democrats that tried to ignore that were making a mistake. And I think it was Congressman Lou, who actually said, "No, I agree with you. You're absolutely right. He dropped the ball. He should have done something about it. So should Bill Barr. So should Obama's DOJ. Yeah. But you're actually in charge of the DOJ. These are your files that you've put out there with all these redactions protecting all of these pedophiles. So what are you going to do about it?"
Protecting the pedophiles and not.
What about the Dow Index?
The Dow Index is at 7,000, and it was like, what? What's that got to do with anything? Jamie's saying, "Draw a big Willie." Have you got Willie Nelson in there? Have you got a Willie Nelson that you've already drawn?
I have actually drawn a big Willie once or twice, mainly for Scott.
Oh, okay, he likes a big Willie. Yeah. Big, Will Smith. Have you got a Will Smith?
No. Nope.
Giving someone a slap.
There you go. Is it slightly wrong of me to think that looks a little bit like?
You need to make a nose a bit more piggy.
Doesn't look evil.
Can you make a nose go up a little bit like Royce and Vasey? A little bit like local shop for local people.
Let's try that.
Edward and Tubbs. And you need to give us some. Can you give us some teeth like that?
None of my characters have mouths.
Oh, don't they? Well, that's unfortunate because she is just the Scream by Monk.
If you go back to the Trumpton days, none of the characters in Trumpton had mouths.
I have no mouth, and yes, I must scream. Said all the characters from Trumpton.
It's the reason that they didn't then, and the reason that mine don't. I mean, mine originally, I could say, was because I was just copying the Trumpton style sheet. But actually, the reason that they did them when they were doing stop motion is that doing stop motion for mouths on tiny little heads on a low budget for the BBC, almost impossible. So they just decided, all right, we won't give them mouths. We'll just use a narrator, basically. Fantastic. And it's the same reason on this, because if you try to do mouths that are saying something, doing something, etc., you either burn in a smile into that head, and then you have to have 4 different heads where you've got grumpy, etc., basically. So people often say it to me, and I just go, "No, it's because I'm just copying the original Trumpton style. Let me send you a link on Wikipedia as to why that happened," basically. But it is basically that it is too much work, and I'm a bit lazy. So.
Well, apparently she needs bags under her eyes, says Diz.
Yeah, she does. That's true.
Sort of black marks under her eyes.
But then now we found out that she's 60. Then maybe. Yeah, we're being ageist.
No, we're not. She's horrible. We can't be horrible enough to her. Do you know what I mean?
You think?
I know.
The problem, like this week has been awful, hasn't it? Really, like we all look at what's going on, and normally you can find some humor in it. You can find something funny going on in that world. Trump says something stupid, etc. This week has just been relentless.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Relentless horror. Yeah.
It's like our government is under threat. Governments around the world are under threat. She goes out and does a clown performance, but you can't even make that particularly funny. It's
and the stuff to do with Starmer and the Labour Party, he just keeps giving lordships to friends of paedophiles. To do it once is it sounds like an accident. Like to do it once, to lose one parent. It's misfortune. To lose 2.
It's depressing. It's thoroughly depressing. Right, you carry on while I just try and
Okay. Remember the butler who walked down the long corridor to answer the phone? That's Starmer, that is. Hearing that another PDF file to the sack. Yeah. There were no dentists in Trumpton, says Freelance. That's why no one had their mouths. Perhaps the dentist is in Camberwick Green.
There was no church in Trumpton as well.
So it was Hamlet.
Imagine 1960s creating it created a city, a village, and a town, and none of them had any form of religion in.
Yeah.
This is why, like, my generation was indoctrinated by those shows.
How about, so Reverend Caffrey suggesting 3 poses of Pam Bondi in the 3 Wise Monkeys poses?
Thanks, Rev.
Mike's like, I've only got an hour, you bastards.
Yeah, we can try for that, as long as you can fill the thinking time that I'm going to need to create that.
Hannah's dad's just shared something saying, someone put, describe Pam Bondi in 1 word, and someone's just put, see you next Tuesday. You know, the word, not all.
Yeah.
Succinct, to the point.
All right, what we got? Hear no evil, see. Are we going to go for that? Because that is a bit of work, Rev Cathy. Somebody might have to give us a super chat to make us do that one.
What's the joke? What's the joke there?
See no redaction. See no Trump. Hear no Trump. I don't know. I mean, the biggest thing I took away from that was when she switched into dealing with the Democrats and started talking about, not answering their questions. It was like a jilted lover desperately trying to get the attention of her ex-boyfriend.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he's the best president we've ever had. What the hell is wrong with you? He's an amazing, transparent president. And you could, calm down, girl. We know that she's only got an audience of 1 person. Anyone appearing in those Senate hearings, etc., is always.
Can you change the colour of her outfit so she's wearing a black outfit? Because that's what she was wearing yesterday.
She was.
She's wearing a black outfit with a black shirt underneath.
Was it a black shirt?
Yeah. I mean, you can make a one with a white shirt where she was sworn in as Attorney General. If people don't know who we're talking about, sorry, this is I keep forgetting that we've got to introduce people sometimes. This is Pam Bondi, or we're going to make it Pam Bondi, who is the Attorney General of America, essentially, of the United States of America, which means that she's in charge of the Department of Justice. And she's bloody awful. And she's had a lot of surgery done to her face, and she looks like a reanimated corpse.
Can we let's give her. What do we think in the chat? Is that hair blonde enough? Is it peroxided enough?
Yeah. Well, I mean, her hair actually looks more like the background colour, but I mean that's sort of taking the piss though, isn't it? Because you want it to be a bit. Yeah, that's good. That's good.
I do think these bags need to be bigger.
Yeah, so do I.
She sees
and
it.
Darker. Yeah, that's right, Mike. Make her cry. Make her look like I've got a picture of her like pointing, and her eyes are really dark and blotchy, and she looks like Skeletor.
Oh gosh, what's going on there?
I don't know what is going on there. Harsh on reanimated corpses. That's true. Should we give her fangs? There were 4 wise monkeys. Just do the 4th one. That's do no evil, and he covers his cock. True story. There were 4 wise monkeys, but when the idea was transported over to Europe from China, they left one out. They left the 4th one out because they thought it was a bit rude. It was hear no evil, and the last one was do no evil.
Oh,
speak no evil. Do no evil.
I know your mum's.
Yeah, my mum hit that. Sorry.
Yeah, and as your mum's in the chat, I'm not gonna respond to that with the dark thought I just had.
Well, what do you think? So like 3 wise monkeys, and she's there, but it's not because it's like you want to have a play on that, don't you? Because she is evil. So it would be, instead of see no evil, it would be see no good, or see no, see no niceness, no polite, see no decency.
What about see no victims, hear no victims?
Yeah. Speak no victims.
Well, maybe she's got her hands open over her mouth saying, reveal the victims' names. Bit dark. Still looks a bit like a white camel. Unfortunately. It's like,
well, I think we've
got that more of a round face.
Her eyebrows are very straight. So if you want to change her eyebrows to being quite straight, it will look a bit more like her.
That would help, definitely.
Very straight eyebrows.
Let's get a piggy little face as well.
You need her nostrils. Can we make her see her nostrils? Like push her nose up a bit. Does her nose?
No.
Okay. Mike's like, just no.
I'm quite happy for you to editorialize.
Give us some wrinkles. Oh, that's good. Give us some wrinkles on her forehead as well.
Let me get. She got straight eyebrows. Are we going to go? Yeah. Normally, I'd work with a photo reference for these things, but I'm not going to do that.
Okay. She's got very straight eyebrows. Straight brows. Pam Bondi, she's evil.
Tell me who's in the chat.
Okay, Annie Burns in the chat. She cannot see herself in the mirror if she cannot see evil. There you go. See no crimes, hear no crimes. I've written a song where I invented a word called akakonopia, which is like achronoptisma, which is color blindness. Akakonopia is evil blindness.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. We've got.
What's the akaka bit? Is that? Has she got very thin eyebrows? I'm guessing she plucks her eyebrows.
They're fairly thin. They're quite fierce. They're dark. They're not the same color as her hair, obviously, because she dyes her hair. You could give her some roots, dark roots.
Again, no,
too much fun.
I could, but it's like a lot of these things. Sometimes I get completely embedded in creating something, and I can spend a whole day doing it and trying to faff about with roots and things if it's important. But I think in this case we're on a time pressure. Okay, so
I reckon decency. Speak no decency, hear no decency. What's the last one? Hear no speak, and see no decency. See no decency.
That's getting somewhere. What about see no Trump, hear no Trump, shout about the Dow Index?
Yeah, but she does see Trump though, doesn't she? Because she goes on about him all the time. She's like, the greatest president who ever lived, and you say he smells of poo, and I hate you. It's not fair.
You can't see him in the files, basically.
Yeah. I think to just having, because if you go through the what order of the is it see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil? Yeah.
Let me get these eyebrows, then we can start working on those.
Because I do like that idea.
Actually, can somebody check that? Exactly what is the phrase?
Okay, 3 wise monkeys. Hang on. I can do that. 3 wise monkeys. I've got a load of pubs called the 3 wise monkeys. There you go. 3 wise monkeys. See no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. Oh, brilliant. Okay, yep. So see no evil first, hear no evil second, speak no evil. And we could just have no decency instead, unless you got a better word than decency. But I think because it's evil, it does need to be one word. And she wasn't decent. I don't know if there's a better word to describe how she was, but it's something that I often say about, people whinging about things that are woke. Being woke's just being decent.
Did everybody in the chat watch this thing yesterday? Is this the biggest news story?
I watched a bit of it when it was live, but she was just so horrible. And then I watched some of the highlights because it meant I didn't have to sit through because what happened was it was like a Republican, a Democrat would question her and be really like hard on it, like why haven't you done this? Why haven't you done that? You're horrible. And then she'll shout at them. And then when a Republican questioned her, it was just like, would you like me to tickle your tummy? And she's like, oh yeah, that'd be nice.
He Okay, now we've got to do 3 different arm positions. Yeah.
Yeah. If you're happy with does the chat think it looks sufficiently like Pam Bondi before we start moving her body around? Because obviously you're gonna have
should be able to achieve some things with lighting as well that will make her look quite evil when we render her up.
Yeah, I think it's quite a good. Actually, looking at it now, I do think that you've got it kind of right on. The eyebrows make a big difference, I think.
Yeah,
what do you think in the
closer.
chat? Can you tell us in the chat if there's anything you do? Smell no evil is the actual fourth monkey. If you have a look at your WhatsApp, Mike, you'll see I've sent you a sculpture of the 4 wise monkeys. But we're going to ignore the 4th one. We're just going to.
I'm fascinated by that. Like, assuming that, is it assuming that the act of sex is evil? I mean, is that what they're saying?
No. I think it's the idea is do no evil, like don't have sex with someone who doesn't want to have sex with you. I think that's more, which is quite appropriate at the moment for this lot.
Very appropriate, but not for her to.
No, not for her.
Doing, basically.
There was a 4th monkey called Cesaru, also known as Shizaru, who symbolized the principle of do no evil, which fits the full quote from the Analects of Confucius. The monkey may be shown crossing its arms or covering its genitals. Yeah,
it is a bad day. It is a bad day when you don't learn something, right? And I didn't even know this was a Chinese proverb.
Yes, it's comes from Confucius, Master Kong.
That's amazing.
Yet another variation as the 4th monkey hold its nose to avoid a stench and has been dubbed smell no evil accordingly. Someone mentioned that in the truth that there's a 4th one called smell no evil. So yeah, it could be one or the other. Did you know that so Master Kong, Confucius, right, lived in, it was about 500 BC, wasn't it, or something? Confucius.
Again, I'm always in awe of your ability to retain facts.
Yeah, he lived 551 BC, right? It was when he was born. He died in 479 BCE. And his lineage has been recorded for over 2,500 years. And they still have the records of his descendants to this day.
What was it I was watching the other day? That the China, we really discount the longevity of the Chinese, of Chinese culture.
Yeah,
they have records going back 2,000-3,000 years. Where there are lists of stars that people have seen in the sky, or wheat transactions, etc. And because their culture has almost been a monoculture for those 2,000 years, like they've kept all those records. They're all filed away. Nobody ever went, oh well, that last dynasty, we should just burn all of their stuff and chop their noses off like they did with the Egyptians.
Well, they did have dynasties that didn't like the other. There was the Warring States period, so there has been a little bit of that, but not to the same degree. But don't forget, it was only in the 70s when someone was digging a fucking well and they found the Terracotta Army. Like that had been missing for 2,000 fucking years. So that's kind of crazy. But
I was watching something today about the fact that this is a weird thing, but I ended up going down a rabbit hole of the earliest depiction of Jesus.
Yeah.
And it dates to about the 3rd century or the late 2nd century. So like most of the Jesus story, about 200 years after he died, basically. But one of the reasons for that is that the Byzantines, the Eastern Roman Catholic Church, or the Eastern Romans, had a period where they went all kind of Muslim on it and said you can't depict God or Jesus, so we have to burn all the icons. So if there were any pictures of Jesus that were earlier than 200 years old, they were all burnt. And there's just one that exists in a monastery outside Mount Sinai, or what people believe is to be Mount Sinai.
Famously, a lot of the faces of pharaohs past got their faces carved out in various temples in Egypt by early Christians. Early Christians also burned down the Library of Alexandria. Not the only people to have burnt it down, but that was the last time it burned down. We lost thousands of years worth of knowledge, manuscripts, plays, everything that was copied down there. And also the early Christians did a number on Norse mythology here in Europe. They got rid of a lot of that. But that erasure of the stories, of the tales of the people who lived in the past it's heartbreaking, and it's one of the things that like
but if you think
totalitarianism of an invasion where you come and you take the history of a place away, you destroy the history,
and you erase it.
Now when we have a time when we know a lot about our own history, and yet there are people trying to destroy it, trying to deny it. It's like no, that's what people do when they invade your country. They try and deny your own history, and that's what one reason I hate it so much, because they just don't get it.
Look at what Trump has done. You know, the White House.
Oh God,
images of presidents in the past. How he's rewritten those, and then if you think about it, over the next, I mean, he's still potentially got 3 years in office, hasn't
he? Yeah.
So there is going to be a gold statue of Donald Trump somewhere in Washington.
Oh God, yeah, there is.
Absolutely. That's totally going to happen.
It's totally going to happen. It's probably going to be top of an arch, and it'll move to rotate to face the sun as the sun goes across the sky, like the statue of Turkmenbashi in Ashgabat, the capital of Turkmenistan. Listen, before we go on, Mike. First of all, I've got a super chat which I have to attend to, but also someone said that her face needs to be a little bit more angular. Is it possible to make her face a little more angular and that'll make it look a bit more?
No, Trumpton characters have got round heads.
Okay, no, you get a round head. Maybe move the nose up a little bit. Move the nose up so it's a little bit.
Yeah. Let's see what it looks like rendered out first, and I can change the head on all of them.
And how hard is it going to be to get her to sit on her arse and have her legs sort of folded? Could you have like a leg going up, and then do they have knees in Trumpton? Do they?
I do have knees. I don't think she's got knees. No, she's kind of got knees. Maybe I can do something. Let's see.
Because I'm thinking if you put her legs, like her knees going out that way, so she's.
Do you know how I'd solve that if I was in a hurry?
Just copy and paste.
I'd stick her behind a desk.
Yeah, but the three wise monkeys need to be sitting down cross-legged, don't they? Because that's the sort of that's the look.
Okay. One of the things of the way I construct these things is that they're not the most flexible characters in the world, so I have to go into look. I've already got those joints out of sync.
Okay, well, you carry on with that, and I'll give a big thank you to George Only for the couple of quid in the pot. She needs a small gold crucifix on a gold chain.
Did you notice Caroline Levitt the other day came out to do a press conference?
Thanks, George. Yeah,
and she was lying in the press conference, clearly saying Donald Trump wasn't in any of the records and it was time to move on. And she didn't wear a crucifix. All right, now she always wears a big crucifix. And sometimes when she's lying, she tucks it away.
So God can't see her lying.
Or covers it up.
Jesus can't see her lying.
Because she's an incredibly religious person. But she didn't wear it at all for that press conference. I mean, we are now relying, because we're in conspiracy land, we are heavily relying on these tiny signals. Do you remember when the Queen wore that pro-European hat?
Yes.
And we all thought that was the end of Brexit.
Yeah. God, Do
you remember when the Queen paid the bill for a paedophile as well?
Yeah, she paid £12 million of our money, given to a woman that her son had never met before.
Do you feel that the story's running out of steam, or picking up?
Which one?
The
Andrew one? No, I mean yesterday in Congress, and then there's ripples all over the world. I mean, things are happening in Slovakia, things happen in Norway, things happen in Sweden. Like as a result of this, Israel. There's a lot of shit going on.
My worry is that with Bannon, Bannon's strategy of just flooding the zone.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I think their strategy is at the moment. That's why they release so many documents, and they're happy for all these stories to be wandering around about Prince Andrew and everybody else. In that it's all a distraction until he launches a war with Iran.
Yeah. We're getting suggestions. Hear no evidence or hear no truth. Speak no truth. See no truth. Hear no truth. See no truth. Hear no truth. Speak no truth. That could work, couldn't it?
It could do. I mean,
I mean, for the cartoon, all we need is the 3 monkeys in a few different positions, don't we? So that's the main job. And then,
but you can be refining the words as we get the picture, basically.
I do like that. Hear no truth, see no truth, speak no truth. Although the first one's see, actually. See no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. If only there was a word that meant like decency, but sounded a bit like evil. Weevil, queevil, evil Knievel.
I mean, see no weevils is a bit specific, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, a little bit.
All right, let's try and get it over our mouth.
Got bags of time. We're only about halfway through our. So yeah.
So let's get.
Don't try and get.
What's it? I mean, I'm liking the concept of this cartoon. What we need is to refine the words. Let's talk about what Bondi actually did.
She was really indecent. She was just horrible. She was horrible to the survivors who were there, who had, come to speak to her, and she just was like, "I'm not getting in the gutter." She's like, "I'm not getting in the gutter." The gutter.
Yeah.
I mean, she's the worst.
She was awful to the Republicans. I honestly think some of those Republican Congress people are rubbish at their job.
I think they're all rubbish at their job.
I think 1 or 2 did a good job. But the thing is, even Democrats. Jamie Raskin, who I normally find pretty good at this, right? He just didn't come prepared, basically. He ended up in a shouting match with her. And even in that shouting match, he said, "We know what you do. We saw you at the Senate. We know how you're going to handle this." But they didn't have a strategy for how to deal with her. She did it Bondi style. Everybody should have known what she was going to do, which is come in and insult them, basically. And then all they did was try and reclaim their time constantly and shut her down. And that isn't good optics for them. I'm guessing MAGA play this out as, look at them. They're trying to shut her down. They won't let her have free speech. That's my guess.
Yeah.
That they'll see those clips in a completely different way to the way that most of us did.
Well, I'll tell you what, you mentioned you put her behind the desk so you don't have to get her to fold her.
Yeah, we're definitely not folding her legs.
Not folding her legs. Okay, so I'm going to send you over a still from yesterday, which is her behind the desk. So if we could have 3 of her behind the desk. So we have like a big long desk with Bondi written in front to make it obvious that it is Bondi. Because you always think that like it can be quite difficult for some people who aren't. She has no features, do you know what I mean? She's kind of like a featureless person. So to try and make a caricature of someone who's not really that defined is a bit more difficult.
Particularly with my fairly lousy style, like beards and glasses are always incredibly useful to create these characters because you get the shape of the face.
Well, that's why I wear. That's why for years I've been wearing a hat and glasses and having a beard. It's just so easy. It's easy to make a caricature of me.
Let's see why that's doing that.
What does that would work if you put it behind the desk.
What we got? Hear no evil, speak no evil. I need to do see no evil.
See no evil, so cover her eyes. Yeah.
Considering I started this by saying I've got no Pam Bondi, and I'm not sure I want to make one. I'm now making 3 Pam Bondis.
I know. You wait years for Pam Bondi to come along and 3 come at once.
And then 3 of them all turn up at once.
Just to get it in the right order. The see no evil should be first, then hear, and then speak. So you need to move your C over.
I will definitely do that when we get there.
This is all cool. I love watching this whole behind the scenes process. Maybe we should have like a behind the scenes process for me making my thumbnails for these shows in the morning at like
That's not a bad idea.
8:57, and I'm like, oh no, I don't quite like the way that. I don't quite like the way that looks.
There's nothing like doing it at the last minute.
Oh yeah, you got to get it done. MAGA are calling for her to be sacked.
Are they?
Yeah.
For what?
According to this. Well, because they're a bit conflicted, aren't they? Because they want all the paedophiles to go to jail, and she's protecting the paedophiles. So what did they do?
Yeah, well, there's been a couple of Republican senators who've gone and seen the unredacted files or the nearly unredacted files, and they've come out shocked by what they've seen. Because I think, there's a lot of pages in there full of photographs, isn't there?
Yeah.
And I think we live in a visual world, and as soon as those photos and videos start to come out, there was a Channel 4 piece on Channel 4 News last night, interviewing 2 of the survivors, Epstein survivors, and they were talking about the fact that he videoed everything.
Yeah.
That they knew that's what was going on all the time, basically, that there were there's photos, videos, etc., all missing. And none of that content is out at the moment. I mean, I don't know. What do you think? If Trump, in 3 years' time, is this still a story the Democrats are going to be pursuing?
I think once the big beautiful day comes and Trump is no more, then it's going to be until the Democrats take control of the House and the presidency and the Senate, which they will do eventually. It might take several years because Trump's in a position now where he is either going to do really badly in the midterms, or he's going to try and rig the midterms in his favor. And either way, I think he's going to get. I don't think either of those are particularly good options for Trump. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I've been watching quite a bit of stuff about the fact that they're already, the game is already afoot in terms of rigging the midterms. And this Save bill that has passed, hasn't it?
It's called the Save America, because the old one was called the Save bill, and that didn't get through. Now it's the Save America.
Right. Okay.
And they're going to make everyone have a passport to vote. But I think this might backfire, because I'll tell you who hasn't got a fucking passport: 99% of Trump voters, because they've never been further than their trailer park. So in the same way that when the Tories brought in voter ID, it actually didn't help them. And Rees-Mogg was, there was a famous interview where he went, it didn't. Oh no, it wasn't an interview. He was talking at a conference or something. He said, it didn't really help us because it turns out that a lot of older people went to vote and they didn't know they needed a passport because they've been voting for the last 50 years without one. They turned up and like, oh, you need a passport. And they're like, okay, I'll go home and get it. And they went home and went, what did they go out for again? And made themselves a nice cup of tea and didn't vote Conservative.
Yeah. I mean, some of the things I don't quite understand is like Trump votes by post because he votes in Florida.
Yeah.
Or New York. I can't remember which one it is he claims is his residence. So he does a postal vote, and yet they're trying to get rid of postal votes.
Yeah.
And a huge number, I'm guessing, a huge number of his older MAGA supporters do the same.
Yeah.
So, these things are going to backfire on them anyway, aren't they?
Sorry, I've got a great title for your, you put the title down at the bottom.
Yeah.
3 unwise Bondies.
Bondies is nice.
Yeah, thank you. Thought you'd like that. Yeah. 3 unwise Bondies. And it's, do you want to go with decency, or do you want to go with, what was the one that, sorry, Ernie. I know that you put it in here. Truth. Do you want truth?
Do a poll. Can you do a poll?
Yeah, I can do a poll. Do anything you want, mate. For you, anything. So it should be C. Okay, so we've got a
number of times I've drawn desks and microphones and I can never be bothered to go and find them. So instead,
I kind of like decency, but so we've also had truth, decency, and there was another one that someone put in there.
I kind of like victims, but I'm being outvoted on that one.
See no victims, yeah, but speak no victims doesn't make any sense. No, speak no victims, yeah. I think it's got to be an adjective, hasn't it? Decency, truth, malice. So Jenny's asking, can you add marionette strings? Make her a puppet. I'm a Trump. No, that's going to take far too long. Mike, why are you making a sex toy?
Because Pam Bondi.
Okay, that's made it look less like. Well done, Mike.
It's much less like a sex toy.
Is that Mike's mic?
It is a mic. Yeah.
Sphere Lance
is saying, is it a leather coated desk or something?
Let me just have a look for you, sir. Yeah, looks like it. If you have a look at, can you see your? Yeah, that'll do. Yeah.
I'm gonna find some green material to put on there, and then well, it might be blue. Edit green. And we'll put some papers on the desk. Beautiful. And then we should be able to put this all together.
Okay, so we've got evidence. Speak no evidence. Okay.
What about pedophiles?
Speak no pedos. Hear no pedos. Speak no pedos.
It's got to be as concise as the original phrase, and you're quite right.
That see no pedos, hear no pedos, speak no pedos. Speak no pedos doesn't really work.
It's the speak bit, isn't it?
Yeah, but decency, truth, malice, evidence, I think works. Speak no decency, speak no truth, speak no malice, speak no evidence. So I'm going to give you 4 choices for the poll. So there we go. But the judge's decision is final. I mean, might not.
If we choose to just use the microphone and do a knob gag, then it's entirely down to us, basically. What do you think this is? A fucking democracy?
Goodness. Right. Saz is suggesting goodness.
Do we, just to be clear, because I'm not super confident in my cartoon, make her a little plaque for the desk?
Yes, we do. It's Bondi written on 3 times. 3 times. So it's Bondi, Bondi, Bondi. Just like on the...
Oh God, yeah! I need this desk to fit all 3 of them. I forgot that.
Yeah. You might need to
Thank you for that.
elongate. That's what Elon's name is. Elon Musk's name is short for elongate.
Don't get started on Elon Musk. Did you hear that he announced that after 14 years of telling everybody he was going to build a city for 1 million people on Mars?
Yeah.
That he announced during the Super Bowl, during the one moment where everybody in America was not paying any attention to anything.
Yeah.
Other than the Super Bowl, that he announced that we're not going to do that anymore. We're going to go to the moon.
Yeah.
I just fail to understand why anybody. All right, can we just do a Bondi spelling test for me? Bondi, is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why anybody invests in that guy's companies and believes him? Because all he ever does is lie and lie and lie constantly.
Yeah.
It's slightly admirable.
Is it?
We're going to make trillions of dollars in the future by spending trillions of your dollars right now, basically. That's pretty much the...
Yeah. So, at the moment, we've got 15 votes. Truth is in the lead. Then we've got evidence is in second. Malice is in third. And decency is in last place with only 7. I think only 1 person liked my idea. It's fine. I think
truth is pretty good, especially as it's a Trump word, isn't it?
Yeah.
Truth social.
Yeah. See no truth, hear no truth, speak no truth.
Right. Let's try and get this.
So that's going to be winning. In the chat, Tesla Roadster, anyone, says Diz. I can't wait to get me Tesla Roadster. If you got a Tesla Roadster, I've got 7.
No. Didn't he also scrapped 2 of his cars, the Model Y and the Model 3 or something?
Yeah.
Somebody will correct me in the chat.
Yeah.
And he predicted he would sell 2 million Cybertrucks by this year.
Yeah. And he sold about 2.
Sold about 130,000 or something. All of them probably to MAGA fans. Right. Let's have a look at our Bondits.
Reverend Cafe says, trouble with truth is it's the opposite of the original quote. Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? It's a play on the original quote.
Right. So the order.
It is see, hear, speak. So we want her covering her eyes on the first one, covering her ears on the second one, and covering her mouth on the third one.
Let's just put them all together. No, I don't want to do that.
But yeah, Truth got the most votes. We only had 17 votes, so it's not a massive sample. But yeah, 53%, so over half said Truth.
Give me the order again, great.
It is C, no evil, first of all. So you want her covering her eyes first on the left.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the second one needs to be here. So covering her ears, the second one. And the third one covering her mouth. Can you make can you make the speak no evil? Can you make her hands a little bit more twisted because they're like this a little bit? Can you make them a little bit more?
Let me try.
Like her eyes are pretty good because they've obviously been, it's the flat back of her hand, isn't it?
Let's get a slightly bigger desk. And then, which one? Speak. This one.
The third one, yeah. Just twist those hands so that it's more the back of the hand as she's covering her mouth. I mean, if you could actually have one on top of the other, so she's properly like covering her mouth. Can you see me, Mike?
Yeah.
Like this.
I can try for that.
If one can go on top of the other, I don't know how it would look, but yeah. Elongate those little arms. Do you remember when Sweaty Nonce, the Duke of whatever the fuck he is now, the former Prince of Twatdom, the Duke of York, Prince Andrew. Do you remember when he was getting that interview with Emily Maitlis? Do you remember when he went? That's not my, because she showed him the photograph of him with Virginia Giuffre, and he said, "That's not my arm." He actually looked at it and went, "That's not my arm." Just like, I don't sweat. I never went upstairs in that flat, and that's not my arm.
In my rabbit holing on the Epstein files this week, I found a guy who claims to be a criminal psychologist, and body language specialist, and he analysed that video, the Andrew interview, at some length, basically. Yeah. And when you go back and now watch that, which he made about 6 months ago, or maybe a year ago, I think he made that video, and then look at the evidence now that is coming out, this guy actually spotted every single time Andrew was lying and protecting information. And it was a little
bit obvious, to be fair. No, I mean, I don't sweat.
Not even just the really obvious stuff.
Was it every time he opened his mouth? Was that?
Yeah, he was breathing, and therefore.
Can we make the one in the middle? Can we make her hands against her ears because there's a little gap between?
That is tricky, because
the Duke of Pizza Hut.
Because
it's the layering, isn't it, of her hair?
Yeah. So you can't. I don't want to lose them completely.
Oh, she's got massive ears.
She has.
I like the way that the bags under her eyes are asymmetrical. She's only got one eyebrow.
Yes, that's definitely a feature. No.
What, the one eyebrow?
Oh, how did that happen?
Where's the other eyebrow go?
Oh God, I realised what I did. I know what I did.
Oh, you got to change her name. She's still called Kamala. You get sued.
I do like the idea that we've converted Kamala in order to do
this. Made evil Kamala.
It's often the way I do it, just in terms of like when I get a new character that I need to do, I go back and look at ones that I've built before.
So who did you use the template for my jumped-in character?
It was Homer Simpson.
Oh, good. That's about right.
No, obviously it was Michael Palin.
Oh, nice. You got one.
Did I say the right thing?
Yeah. I think my beard needs to be more ginger though. It's quite brown.
Look, she did have two eyelashes.
I think it's just on the layer, isn't it? It's
because I turned her head round and not her eyes.
There you go. So her eyebrow's still in her head somewhere.
Yeah, she's got internal eyebrows.
Ingrowing eyebrows.
Very real problem.
Got an ingrowing hair there, Pam. A hybrid bus caught fire recently in Edinburgh, says Cavan Lad. Wow. Did I release the confetti? I didn't, did I? Sorry, everyone who's waiting for the confetti. I will do that now. Thank you very much to, who was it who dropped it? George only. This is for you, mate. Confetti! All exciting stuff.
Oh, sorry, confetti. Delayed reaction.
I've got it on one super chat, so if anyone just drops a super chat in, I'm going to be throwing confetti everywhere. And right, we're gonna. What's the vote for? Right. Oh, sorry, Kevin. It was just for the. It was for the words on the screen are going to be 3 unwise monkeys or bondies in this case, and it's going to be see no something, hear no something, speak no something. So we were trying to decide what we wanted, and we gave 4 choices: truth, evidence, malice, and decency. And yeah, speak no malice doesn't really work because she did speak with malice. So yeah, speak no truth. Yeah.
Okay.
Evidence is good as well because it's kind of like she's an attorney general, isn't she?
Are we sorted on the words? Do we know what we're doing?
Yeah, well, we had a vote on it and truth won. Do you like that? Do you like that? Do you like see no truth?
Isn't it nice? That's one of the best sentences this week. Oh. We had a vote on it and truth won.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be great if that was a headline somewhere?
Truth wins.
we did some democracy and truth won in the end. Perfect.
I think this is brilliant though, this particular episode, because normally you take a character that you already got, whereas this time you actually drew the character and then put them into
let's
oh wow, it's getting rendered now. This is so cool. And then we can have like a spotlight on her or something, so we can have like a triangle of light coming down from her, make her look a bit more sinister.
What we can do.
I don't know. You like doing your lighting, don't you?
It does have an impact on the thing, but I think in this case it was a brightly lit room, wasn't it? And we want to try and replicate as much as I can the look of that shot that you've sent through without the crowd behind her.
Okay. So if anyone's wondering, I will actually show this on the screen for you lovely people at home so you can see. This is the picture that Mike is using as an image to decide how she's going to look. So that's actually, she has got proper bags under her eyes, hasn't she?
Yeah, definitely.
Lots of late nights, but I think there's a lot of Botox in there as well, mate. So she's literally put a lot of poison in her face. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe, the Mar-a-Lago face, all the Botox, it is a toxin. That's what the tox stands for. A lot of people go on these like anti-tox things, don't they? I'm going to get rid of all my toxins by eating wheat or not eating wheat or whatever it is this week. And Botox is literally, is it botulism toxicity or something? It's like, just sounds fucking horrible. And they inject it.
Isn't Botox something to do with spider
venom?
Spider's venom, isn't it? I don't
know. I know the tox is short for
that could
toxins.
Easily be a myth that I'm
Botox. It is botulinum toxin. That's what it's short for. So it's in botulism and toxin. The 2 things you don't really want in your kitchen.
Right.
It is a neurotoxic protein produced by the bacterium Clostridium botulinum. So there you go. I don't want that. I don't want that.
We're going with truth?
I'm going with truth. Yeah, that was the one, that one. Yep, so you can get botulism from this. From Botox. That's the same name division.
And can you actually get it?
What, Botox in your face?
I mean, no. Can you get botulism from injecting yourself with Botox?
There's been some, I don't know about specifically getting botulism, but there's been lots of botched Botox injections that have fucked people up, like really badly fucked their faces. But it's a poison. You're injecting a poison into your face. So I assume if you inject it a bit too deep, then maybe it goes into your bloodstream, gives you fucking sepsis or something. I don't know.
It's crazy. Anyone in the chat that's using it for whatever reasons is fine. Just be careful out there, basically.
Yeah, just be careful.
I had a friend who actually needed it to relieve neurological pain.
Yeah.
Or certainly that's what she told me, was why she used it.
It's speak no truth. It's speak not say.
Oops, sorry.
Oh.
Speak no truth, hear no truth, see no truth. Spell checking, very much appreciated.
I was going to say you need to center the middle one, but you've done that now, so that's good.
I'm going to bring them all down.
And as the title, do you like the three unwise Bondies as the?
I do. I think that's very good.
Could be the title down at the bottom there, in your signature thing. I love your little signature down at the bottom saying Mike. Did you draw that with your hand and then put it into the computer, or did you draw it on the computer?
I drew it on the computer.
Oh wow.
You
need an S, Bondies. 2. An S. You got 3 unwise Bondi. 3 unwise Bondies. There you go.
3 unwise Bondies or the 3 unwise Bondies?
No, just 3 unwise. She doesn't deserve She doesn't deserve a definite article. But this is about, you know, when people go mad, right? And you see this with like people like Kanye West and stuff, and Trump does it all the time, speaking of themselves in the third person. It's just a weird fucking thing to do, isn't it?
Yeah. Mike often says that.
Yeah, Graham does as well. Well, Graham's a tit. Yeah. Don't listen to Graham. He talks bollocks most of the time.
You know, it's Mike's kind of thing. That's what I'm saying. I did have to spend at least a minute and a half there trying to work out how to say anything in the third person. So yeah.
We can see all your files, by the way. So if you've got anything called like,
yeah, they're all dick pics. So you know,
just pictures of you.
By their very nature, they're my pictures. So JPEGs.
Excessive sweating. So we've got 1 minute left.
See if we can pull it in and publish it.
Okay.
I mean, listen, I haven't talked much because I've been drawing. I'm impressed with myself for getting something that looks a little bit like Bondi out in that kind of time.
Yeah, so I think you've done really well. And this is really good. And people are getting to see the making of some digital artwork.
The last one, the one we did last week,
yeah,
was my most popular Blue Sky and Facebook post in the last 6 months.
Thanks for your Lance.
I am fairly certain that the geniuses that watch this channel and promote these things are so tuned into what the right message is that we might do well with this. Right. If it wasn't for time, I would tweak some of this, but we're now going to export that. And go for Bondi.
Cool. You can go back and tweak. You can tweak it if you like, you know. I mean, we've done it. You've done it within the hour, which is very, very impressive.
I want to get it live.
58 minutes. 58 minutes, you've done it.
We're going to post it up. What do we say about the tweet?
Mike did this. Don't put it on Twitter. Twitter's evil.
It's not going on Twitter. It's going on Facebook and Blue Sky. Incidentally, Mark Hamill follows me on Blue Sky.
I know. This is so exciting. Can we get Luke Skywalker to join our politics social gang?
Well, I think my next trick is to do a Luke Skywalker cartoon, and then he'll become my firm friend for life.
Yes.
That's probably what's going to happen.
Did he share a cartoon of yours a while back?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. That's why he follows you. To do a cartoon. We'll do it maybe next time we do a drawn together. We'll try and think of a Star Wars Trump cartoon involving Mark Hamill as Luke, but like an old Luke. I don't know.
Yeah.
Ooh, get it across to the bin podcast, says Tim. Are they streaming now? Is the bin on? It's what is it, Thursday night? I always lose track of when everyone's streaming, because especially when we know so many people who stream, and so it's like
right.
Yeah.
Anyone that's
thanks Tim. Oh, that set off the confetti cannon again. Boom! Confetti! Woo! Cheap day tonight. Do one super chat and you get a confetti cannon. So what are we going to say, Mike?
We're live. That's a live cartoon in an hour.
Wow. Well done, mate. Well done.
I mean, if you go to Blue Sky and look for Trumpton, my Blue Sky account is actually starting to be... A lot of people, when they switch over from Twitter, say, well, it's not like Twitter. I'm not getting the same kind of responses. It turns out you have to go and post everything and comment on everything and do all the work that you had to do on Twitter in the first place.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's doing all right. It's actually starting to pick up. So.
Okay, well, I've got it. If everyone wants to, should I give the actual? I'll give you Blue Sky. So I've just put into the chat Mike's Blue Sky profile, and it's the one at the top there. So I'll pin that so everyone can see it. There you go. Just tap on that link, and you'll be able to see it there in on Blue Sky.
Here you go.
I'll repost it.
You've contributed to a bit of performative cartooning again, and I very much appreciate it because it's a nice challenge for an hour. So it does look like Bondi. I quite like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's great.
I'm all right with that. That's all right. I'll perfect her for the next one because there will be a next one. I'm sure of it.
Drawn together. And I'll put the link to the show so people can watch it back if they wanna. Where did I put it? I put it in the social chat, didn't I? What should be drawn? You decide. Sorry, the thumbnail was really crap this week. I'm sorry. Just like I've been nailing down the floor all day. Give me a break.
I'll do a new graphic for you next week. Hey, thanks for the comments, guys. It is fun to draw with people watching. One of the things that I actually quite like, it's very difficult to understand how I do create those images, and it's quite nice to share it sometimes, and work on the limitations as well. One of the things that I always find with the creative process is if you've got some boundaries, some restrictions. So like when you say, can you make a swing from a chandelier? You go, nope, definitely can't do that. Basically, because like after 10 years of this, I go, I probably could, but we haven't got all night, basically.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah. Spooky Thang says, just to get across the line for Diz, thank you very much. And the bin are doing Pam Bondi lied to Congress. So what I'll do is I'll just check that I can drop everyone over to see what Mikey's up to on the YouTubes. Just give me a sec while I do that. And in the meantime, I'm going to just go over here so you can see me and Mike. Hello. So well done, Mike. That was really good. I'll put you at the top. So you're at the top now. You're above me. Mate. You're like on a university challenge. Keep the troops entertained for a moment while I go find this Mikey video.
So Reverend Kathy is trying to give us a super chat and it won't let her.
Oh, for God's sake. Why is Google not letting her give us a super chat? Give me all your money.
Seems like a terrible situation.
I know. Ernie wants to know if Ernie gets a credit.
You didn't on the actual tweet because we were under time pressure, Ernie, but I will put a comment underneath it.
Yeah.
Have you got a Blue Sky account or something, Ernie, that I can credit? Or shall I just give me your full name or the name that you want me to put under it?
Ernie Burns.
Is it Ernie Burns?
Yeah. Let me see if he's here. Ernie. I can't spell Ernie. Why can't I spell? I'm trying to put an A in it. Ernie Burns. No, I can't find Ernie on here. I don't think he's on Blue Sky. I can find Ernie Mac. Nancy Comics by Ernie someone. No. Right. Okie dokes. Do you know what I was thinking? Right, this Drawn Together series. It'd be really cool if we could do something with Happy Toast, Chris, Cold War Steve.
Oh man, One of the things I'd love to pull together as a show, regardless of us drawing, I mean, maybe all three of us could sit there and draw something. I don't know what their process is and whether they can do it that quick. Because you have to remember, I've got cut and paste on my side with some of these characters that I don't think everyone does. But actually talking to a few political cartoonists about the news, because I think all of us tend to look at it in a slightly different, longer term way.
Yeah.
And it'd be really interesting to tap into that. Martin Rosen is a friend of mine as well, and we could even get Steve Bell in if he wasn't a bellend. persona non grata in the cartoon world at the moment.
Indeed.
But Ben Jennings and people like that as well. It would be quite good to pull in some cartoonists and interview them about their work as well.
Right, I've got two choices for Pam Bondi led to Congress for the bin. I'm gonna have to find the actual. You're gonna have to give me a moment. You don't have to get off to eat Savoy, do you, Mike? Can you stay with me for a moment?
Is that a euphemism? Is that like beef jerky in the Epstein files?
No,
nobody search for beef jerky in the Epstein files. You will go down a rabbit hole like Pizzagate.
On Wednesdays, Rachel always says that she has a hard cut off at 7:15 because she has to go and have din-dins, and I think it's often Savoy. Or at least I've got it in my head now that it's Savoy.
I remember vividly the first time I ever had a Savoy.
Oh my God, that's such a weird thing to remember.
My dad had a friend. That's not going to. We haven't got time for that. But my dad had a friend who was a Greek businessman, and we used to go to London and stay in his place.
Yeah.
And the first time we went, they got Savoy and chips from the local chip shop. Me and my brothers, we were so limited in our knowledge of the world that we thought we were eating Greek food at that point. But it was literally a Savoy and chips from the chip shop downstairs.
Okay,
I'm sorry. It's exotic food.
It's exotic. Sorry, this is taking a bit longer than normal. It's because they've got two streams going at once. One is 9:16 and the other 16:9. So I'm trying to get you through to the right one. So if you keep watching this channel, you'll be magically transported over to go and see what Mike and Tim are up to. Mikey and Tim. So say hello from us. That's really good. Like I do like the idea of getting you guys together, you political cartoonists, especially because I'm sure that Chris Colwell Steve has loads of assets.
Well, the thing, and the way I'd see it, rather than live creating, is to actually talk about the cartoons they've done in the week.
Yeah.
Like it's a summary show basically, and we can stick up and share the screens and show the cartoon, or you can stick them in a PowerPoint or a presentation.
That'd be really cool.
So that we can actually talk about why we did the cartoons, what we were thinking, and how they did.
Yeah.
That's quite an interesting angle.
Yeah, Let's try it. Okay, I'll have a word on. See if we can pull it together. Okay, so thanks very much for joining us tonight. It's big thank you to Mike, who is an absolute genius. I don't know how you do it, mate. It's very impressive.
10 years of pissing about this, basically.
But yeah, how long would it normally take you to do a cartoon? Like, could you do it?
I can rattle them out. I can do them in about an hour. Yeah, if I don't have to create a new character, and in that case, I actually think when we reveal the fact that we modified the Camilla model, basically. In fact, we've got video evidence that that's what we did.
Yeah.
It adds another layer to it. I kind of love the meta layers that you put on these things.
Yeah, fuck you, Pam Bondi. Reverend Caffey has dropped in a super chat there. I'll try in the morning, says Reverend Caffey. It seems to have worked, Reverend Caffey, so that's good. And you get confetti. Everyone gets confetti. We've got a few more super chats in there, so thank you to everyone who's chipped in. And like I say, big thanks to Mike. I'll be back tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock for Morning Brew. And if you give us a like on the way out, that would be absolutely awesome, because we always like a like on this channel. And hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. And until then, I'll just say thanks so much for watching. Thanks to Mike for being an absolute genius. This time next week, we're actually doing a special edition of Reform Watch, because Ollie Bowler Hatman has managed to grab us a counsellor from, I think, Warwickshire, I think he said. Who has to stand up and talk to these lunatics from Reform. So we'll be interviewing, or Ollie will be interviewing him. So please look out for that. We'll give Mike a night off. But tomorrow, Friday Night Social, are you up for hosting it, Mike? Not to put you on the spot.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
It's in the diary.
We'll get that sorted out. I need to get some assets over to you.
Please come along and accept the fact my microphone won't be working for the first 5 minutes of the broadcast.
I might drop in from the Ash gig and say hello. Yeah? Sound like a plan? Okay, everyone. I'll thank you very much for watching, and until next time, I'll say hello, good evening, welcome, and goodbye.